Hi guys, good morning. It is our last morning here at Pop Century. Gotta say I've really enjoyed it here. It's a little bit chilly this morning. Yeah, it's actually a lot chilly this morning. It's 62 right now, but once the sun starts coming up and we start getting moving around in the parks, we're gonna be toasty warm and having a great day. Today is our first day at Universal. My first day with Glen, Darcy, and Lizzy. I really enjoyed Pop Century. They came in late. And they didn't bring our luggage to the room because I guess they were concerned it was too late, and I should have asked them to bring it up. It is what it is. But we got it delivered about 5 o'clock this morning, 5:15 when I got up. So they got their luggage, they got up and moving, they're finishing packing right now. And last night when they got in, we did a little wander around through the store and through the Pop Century, the quick serve. They got a rainbow tie-dyed, it was called tie-dyed cheesecake, and they got croissants and some cinnamon rolls and some other lovely breakfast things. We have some protein bars, like nut bars and things, ready for breakfast that I brought with me. I think we're going to be good to go. This is going to be so much fun, guys. So much fun. Looking forward to all of it, guys. I hope you are ready for the new ride of day 2, I guess day 3 of Christmas vacation. If you've coming into the vlog and you like what you see, please hit that like button, the thumbs up. If you would like to see more of this content as it comes out, go ahead, hit the subscribe and click that bell notification, because if you hit that little bell, it tells you every time that I'm posting something new, and I know you don't want to miss it. So with that note, guys, let's get packed up, roll down, find our Uber, and we will see you on our way to Universal. We are all together, yay! We have Glen, Darcy, and Lizzy, and we are outside the Parc Soleil. Yes, we have checked out of Pop Century, but that's okay. We will be back at All-Star Sports on our very last evening so that we can take the Magical Express or the Tragical Express back. We are now waiting for our Uber. We just as we checked out, it's so fast. We got the Uber, he was there in 2-3 minutes. Just got dropped off here. Our new Uber driver is here, so I'm gonna stop for now and we'll check you at Universal. So we have been dropped off at the Hard Rock Hotel, which, as a reminder for those of you who don't know this little quick trick, you want to, instead, if you're taking an Uber to the parks, go to the Hard Rock Hotel or one of the other hotels as your drop-off point. It makes the Uber less expensive. And I want you to see, you know how that, if you've ever been to Universal, the crazy loud music and the parking with the crazy, this is our walk. Oh, so stressful. Oh, wow, wow. So this is what we're doing. So we are taking, here's everybody, taking a nice leisurely stroll to the parks. We could have waited for the boat. It's a little chilly this morning. We definitely have all our layers on, which we will be peeling off later, oh well. But yeah, just taking that nice, casual, quiet walk. It's about a 10-minute walk over to the parks. We're actually going to be going to the Far Park to start the morning, Islands of Adventure, but ooh, a whole minute and a half more walking, especially because at this point it's really not crowded. It will get noisier and more crowded once we get through all the security check. So there are manicured lawns. The man has a headlight so he can mow the grass in the dark before the people are out. We got here at about 7, so we got here a little earlier than I expected, but with the extra kind of reactivation and stuff we need to do, and the ability for us to stop and have breakfast since we had to run and put our luggage everywhere, this is good. And then I like the hibiscusy flowers up there too. That looks like plumeria. I love the flowers, the Hawaiian type flowers. This is like walking through the Dole Garden in Hawaii, if you guys have ever been. And here, it's Universal, yay! We're gonna have some fun today. Are you excited?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. She got more excited for the camera, but that's okay. I could see the evil face and happy joy in her eyes. And you, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
That was enthusiastic, Mr. Glen. He's the silent but happy type.
Ready for 5.
Oh, there we go. He's happy at a distance. We're good. We're good. Now, I will say we have an 11-year-old in the video, but thanks to YouTube, guys, this is not a family vlog. Well, it's family friendly and we're not gonna have curse words, but there's gonna be alcohol.
Wait a minute, but I'm here.
That's called editing. I had Sasha on a video and I managed to get it without cursing. I am very proud of myself. I used excessive use of like kind of sounds. So, on that note, guys.
Oh, little parrots here.
We are, what? Oh dear God. We're having vacation, guys. Let's see what we can do to make this happen. Check inside. Go stand there as a group. Everyone, I'm going to take a picture of it for you. So we're going to be starting in Hogsmeade because Hogsmeade was the first one they built.
Okay.
Over there you will see the Cowfish. We will be eating at the Cowfish at one point during this trip. So if you guys have questions, please don't feel free to still talk to me while I'm doing this. Either A, I edit it, or B, it becomes part of the vlog.
Give you that novice experience.
It's basically like one of our friends is traveling along with us.
Sure.
Hi guys, you're my friend. You like me, you really like me. Okay. True, why did you spurn me? I have the dancing man, the dancing family coming through.
My parents are absolute weirdos.
Yes, they are.
I love this song. You cannot make it.
Oh my God, guys. Okay, we're gonna have fun. So they're gonna grab breakfast here and we're gonna walk with it. There's also some more cookies and things here. A holiday eclair, cheese croissant, a cream horn,
You guys can go ahead.
tiramisu, cheesecakes. They like the cheesecake. That's a bit much for the moment though.
Yeah.
That holiday wreath, look at that, it's like a cream puff.
No, I don't care for cream puffs.
Well then don't eat it.
No, I'm just.
And after a quick stop for grabbing a breakfast, we are headed off to the wonderful world of, you know. So as you're walking, people are going to be speeding by us because we're getting close to the official opening now. We've got some Christmas set up for the Who Land and Grinchmas. They do a How the Grinch Stole Christmas show throughout the year, musical with a live dog for Max. And I love the shapes of the trees and the shapes of the Christmas trees and things. It's all very, very Seuss. We're in line. What we are doing is standing in the line to allow people just to get into the land. And the line is going all the way back into Seuss Land, under my favorite trolley ride. People are probably going to rush to Hagrid's, and yeah. Make sure these guys do it, and I want to do it before A, I eat, and B, I lose my bravery. So now we're going into the ancient land. It was closest to a chimera, someone said, the lost continent, excuse me. And we're going to be eating in the restaurant that is in this thing one day. Over here, this is the Poseidon's Fury walkthrough thingy that we had talked about. Isn't that great looking? And we will be able to walk by everything slowly later. So that's the normal entrance thing, but it's ferreting us the long way around to kind of control the crowd because I know this is going to be the worst line. At one point that day, it was 10 hours, they were taking people backstage, literally. So what they're doing right now is they are slowly letting us, it's now hit 8 o'clock, so the ride is officially open. They're slowly starting to move us into Hogsmeade. We've all been standing outside, and I was concerned that the queue was so long until I found out that this is not inclusive of the actual section they were in. So that makes me feel a little bit better. It's still probably we're still looking at probably an hour wait at least, but hopefully not too ungodly. This ride doesn't stay open all the time. This ride will close at 3 o'clock every day for maintenance. So the fact that they're opening it exactly now, fabulousness. Wish us luck. Wish me sanity, because they're gonna be fine on this. It's probably a family-friendly roller coaster, doesn't go upside down, does a 17-foot drop, does other stuff.
You know, it's still gonna probably be fun.
You're gonna what?
It's still probably gonna be fun if there's no going upside down.
Yeah, no, this one's still gonna be a really fun roller coaster, very themed, but it's a roller coaster.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. I'm doing this once. If I survive it and I'm not freaked out, I might do it again. But I always try to do everything once.
Oh, I thought you were doing it for us.
That's the only reason I'm doing it now. Yeah, so, wish me luck, gang. Hi, guys. Well, we walked into Hogsmeade. We were going to try to do the Hagrid's ride. It is delayed. It is probably going to be another 3 hours, they said. So, at this point, we're not going to do that. But I am stopping for my first butterbeer. The question is, actually here you can only do cold and frozen. Fun fact for those of you who are on annual pass holder, if you buy the butterbeer inside at the restaurant, you get a discount. If you do it outside on the street, you can't. So we're gonna go in and grab a drink. So I've just sent them into the restroom at the Harry Potter area, because you need to go to the restroom here. Nothing happens to you, but take a listen while you're in there and enjoy it. You can tell by the music, again, Harry Potter world. We've gotten hot butterbeer, the first of the 5 different types that you can get here. There is a 6th one that I can't eat. I can't eat the potted, and I think the hard pack ice cream is only it's not in this side, it's on the other side of the country. But bon appetit, because this is so tasty today. Yeah, on a chill morning like this, this is the way to start the day. In a few hours, we'll be coming back for the frozen or the regular soda version. Yay, you were in Universal! Welcome back, Universal. I'm watching people do the little tricks and try to make all the magic happen. When we get to Diagon Alley, I can't wait to show all of them the shrunken heads. And I'm hoping I'm gonna get the head tucked underneath her arm song, and no one will make it stop. It's pretty nutso cuckoo here. More so than it used to be in the years. This is the quietest of the times, and if this is the quietest, yikes. Hagrid's ride is still not moving, they're still testing. Was that not fabulous?
I was actually, I don't want to sound like an ingrate, but I thought maybe she was worried there was going to be someone in the actual toilet.
Oh no.
Moaning Myrtle.
Yep.
Yeah, she thought Moaning Myrtle would be in the toilet.
So, change plans again. We're now in line for Ollivanders. Because why not? The line usually gets really, really long. It's short right now, but I'm also noticing that it hasn't moved lately. I know they might be mid-show. So, so happy being back. So happy. Nose. Look up my nose. Okay. I love the Christmas decorations. I don't know if you guys have noticed that if you've been here at any other time, they do set it all up for Christmas with the little wreaths and the sparkly lights. Oh, we're going in. We're going in, guys. So we just went to Ollivanders. She did not get picked, but she did go and buy a wand. So we're gonna watch her make her first attempts at making some magic happen. We're trying to do whatever's at the globe.
You're gonna start from left to right. So.
One then the other. Thank you, sir. She got it to work. So we're gonna head out of Hogwarts right now because it is crazy busy and it's picking up. I'm gonna take a quick look at the time of Forbidden Journey. Hi guys. Okay, so we just did the Jurassic Park ride, which would have been lovely. In fact, they loved the ride until we got stuck on it, frozen at the exit for like 15 minutes. And then they finally had to pseudo-evac us. They had to put down a bar thing for us to get out. It did, however, give us a free jump the line for one ride, not the Hagrid's ride or the Peter Don Falls. I never pronounced that thing right. But any of the other rides. So we will have that opportunity to use that to our advantage later. But they were like, we love this ride, we love this ride. We hate this ride, we're never going on again, because that was annoying. Well, because we took that special fast passy thing we got, we jumped onto Forbidden Journey, and the review of Forbidden Journey is?
Oh, yes.
It's amazing, you should totally go. It's awesome. If you don't like scary things, well then you know, but here's the only problem is that if you're motion sick, please don't go. If you're bad motion sick, then recommend not going on, but it's amazing, and I give it 10 star.
Okay, we got a 10 star, that's pretty impressive. So we're now gonna head out to meet a raptor. My favorite thing to do.
I was afraid I was going to
Raptor encounter. Yay!
Looks like the Loop ride's back, maybe.
Oh, the Jurassic Park? We'll have to see how long that wait. Yeah, the river adventure.
It looks like it's back on.
It probably is. Yeah. You hear the buzzing? The raptor's being let out of its cage.
I can't see,
Oh, well, we're gonna get up there eventually, but they just let one out. We just let. This is a photo op experience, so if you want to have your phone out and they can take pictures, etc.
Photos.
Hey, let's calm it down, all right? No. Hey. Calm it down. Taking left and right hand from you, you know? All right.
I I love this experience.
I can't see.
So true. She just made a comment that she can't see anything. There are a lot of people I'm watching preening their heads, which addresses the concern you mentioned before. So here's your line, but you can't see anything in advance. So somebody listen, Drew. Just telling you.
It's best to just let the raptors smell you. Don't eat, Blue. No. Okay. There we go. We made it out there. She's coming right on over to you guys. Let's look out there, all right.
As I was just saying, it's like meeting the king. If he was a vicious man-eating raptor.
All right, you guys come. It looks like
Yeah.
oh, that's a bleeder. Yeah. You wanna wrap that? You've got bright purple hair on, and that's not a good. That's not a good.
I have a
start,
video
okay?
and a camera.
Bright colors get the raptor's attention. Okay. She's already seen it, so we're just gonna let her come on. That's a bright purple hair, Blue. Okay. You see it? She sees it. Yeah. She might like it. Then again, she might want to taste it. So. Come on over very carefully. You got your wands. That's good. You guys, come on in. You gotta be the brave ones over here. That's a great example. Okay. Let that raptor come on over and see if she's getting in there close. I told you she'd focus on the hair right there, the purple hair.
It's the red hair.
There you go. That's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is. That's it. Easy. She's coming on in. Very close. You guys are doing great. You're doing great. Keep on smiling. And now you're going to want to run. Run.
We survived! Yay! I don't know, but they got nets.
Yeah, it's like painful.
Mom, that's over here.
Yeah.
What did we lose?
What are you looking for?
I don't want you to panic. This is a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Oh,
okay.
yeah, because they definitely would have been hiding in that tree.
Yes, that's my thought exactly.
Yeah.
You might need a bigger net.
This is all we have left. She ate through all the other
It's
ones.
about
Oh,
the
my.
can-do attitude.
Oh boy.
At least she can do something.
I don't think they know what they're doing.
No.
I'm sorry.
I think you're right.
I mean, I don't mean to be critical, but yeah.
Yeah, they're
I'm
they're
not-
lacking a little bit of skill
I don't have a lot
there.
of faith in that.
So we have finished the raptor encounter. It is now time to head out casually, take some pictures, and have some lunch. Today is Cowfish, that is burgers and sushi, because they go well together. And enjoying the day for what it's going to be. Woohoo! So they're trying to make it a game. There you go. That's. So we are headed out of the park right now to go get lunch at Cowfish. We have done all 3 water rides. I'm soaked. I had a poncho on. I'm soaked. And here's that ride I look at and I go, why? No. Never. No. We're doing the classy clothing drive. Hi guys, we're sitting at lunch at my favorite place in the world, Cowfish. Well, not in the whole world, but it's a really cool place. We've just gotten our menus. We are sitting outside so you can see the lovely view. There's the castle in the distance. We are still a bit soppy wet. Glen was smart. He did not go on the ride. He is not the fish in water. Lizzie and Darcy and I got drenched, even with my poncho. Drenched. But we're now going to sit down and have a nice lovely lunch. I may show you pictures of food, and if the food is interesting and looks good, it will be right here, all the food pictures and the drink pictures and things, and after that we're just going to have some fun. Talk to you soon, guys. I have gotten what is called a grapefruit smash, light on the pepper, heavier on the honey syrup. We're going to try it. Let's see. It is very kind of sour, bright, refreshing, not very sweet at all, even with the extra honey syrup. Definitely has an alcohol in it. It's a vodka based, I believe. I will let anybody else here who wants to try it have a sip, except for the kid. The gang, here's a Darcy, and a Glen, and an empty plate of what was Brussels sprouts, and a Lizzie. Okay, so dinner is just about done. You cannot see me. How's that? Hi, dinner. Oh, their lighting is much better. Dinner's just about done. I have poured some of my water into my plastic lightweight glass, and Glen is attempting the same with his. I'm going to finish up my drink. Then we're going to head over to Universal Studios once they finish paying the bill. We saved about 14 bucks on the total tab, which is terrific. And that's booze included. I know it's probably not booze, which is fine. but we're ready to go head back into the parks. We've got a virtual queue for the Jimmy Fallon ride. And then we've got some walking around and looking at stuff. We'll see how bad the line is. There were a couple rides that were around 30 minutes and we may give one of those a try. And then somewhere around 3:45 I'm going to try to meet up with one of my friends. We walked into Cowfish, guys, with no line. Ooh, look at that thing, the Memphis Mafia. Oh, yummy. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, there's the Voodoo doll. If you wanted to get one, this is a good time to do it. Like I said, this line is usually insane. All right, guys, so we're gonna head over into Universal Studios. Now, unfortunately, because of what time of day it is, and if you watch the crowd kind of flowing behind me, it's packed. And the lines are getting really long. So we're gonna try to find laid back stuff. I may be sending them into some single rider lines. It's not the perfect time to try to go on rides. Like I said, we're gonna kind of chill at this point and do some more low-key stuff. Oh, we'll go see the night bus. We'll try to get over into Diagon Alley because we've got about 20 minutes till our virtual queue opens. And then we have another hour after that to get into the virtual queue, which I think we want our tummies to settle a little bit before we try doing that ride. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go look at Diagon Alley. It is spinning a little bit actually, now that we're out here. Nothing much, but I think it's like the minutest of drizzles coming through because Florida. So some of our group are going on that thing with all the screams. Not me. Not Glenn. We have decided to be the smart people. So we're gonna chill here while Darcy and Lizzy do the single rider line and chill and relax. And when they come out, we've got a Jimmy Fallon virtual line queue, which we've got another hour and 20 to get to, and single rider line, they will absolutely make it through then. We're gonna just detox. We just had a lovely lunch. It's time to digest. So we are inside the Jimmy Fallon ride. We did the virtual queue while we were having lunch, and we just went in, and we're blue now. I think it's 2 more colors before our group goes in. It's not long at all because we're waiting for yellow, and we're just enjoying the comedy and having fun. This is for you, Randy and Jeannie. Listen to the change in the lyrics before we leave. That's the Christmas version of this. So we're heading into England. I have been informed that they were told that some of their friends had a hard time finding Diagon Alley when they entered. So I was asked to show them England, but not let them know where Diagon Alley is and see if they can figure it out for themselves. So we are headed into merry old England right now, or merry new England right now. And once we get to England and we get to the train station, I'm gonna leave them on their own and see if they can figure it out. Let's see how they do. All I'm doing right now is watching you guys. See if you can figure out where Diagon Alley is.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yep, I promised I wasn't gonna tell you. I'm gonna let you guys figure it out.
ATM out there.
Yeah.
Another napping place. Well, check it out then. If you think it's it, go check it out.
We gotta go in the furthest place.
That's the joke shop. So they found it pretty quick. Something sounds like it's flushing. So we are here in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. We have stopped at Weasley's. Look at that, she made it spin. Very cool. It's nutsy crazy out there. So I have dropped into one of the lesser hidden gems and places to get both your fishy green ale, your butterbeer, your frozen beer, the gilly water. Don't buy the gilly water, it's like $6 for a bottle of regular water. Beers, Rich's Brew, fire whiskey. So we're now going to do the regular butterbeer. So we are waiting for ordering butterbeer, but this is a little gem. So if you go into the main area, you go across from the bathrooms in Diagon Alley, and next to the ice cream place around the corner, right before you get into Nocturne Alley, there's a little tiny butterbeer place. And honestly, the line just now started picking up because people don't realize it's here around the corner. They're going to the main ones, they're going to the more visible ones, and they're standing in line. Don't stand in line. It's not worth it. Not worth it at all. It's spooky here. We are in Nocturne Alley, or Nocturnally, for those of you who would care. We got the second butterbeer. They're actually inside Borgin and Burke. They did like it. They thought it was very tasty. They're sharing them. I've got mine here because, look, it makes my face glow. Okay, maybe not. But it is very tasty. You'll also notice when you get the regular kind like this, they get the frozen, you want to stir the foam in. But when you get this kind, you let it sit on top and the foam starts to grow, so the head gets bigger. Watch it. Did I mention this is not a family-friendly vlog? Just checking. So, bon appetit. The heads are singing songs. They just sang I Ain't Got No Body. Now I think I'm hearing something about Toad in the Hole. Makes me very happy. All old British music, pub hall stuff. Funny, funny stuff. I love this thing. I love this that part of this space. So yeah, so they're going to do a little bit of shopping. At 3:45, my friend and I have planned to potentially meet for a few minutes. And it's only going to be a few minutes. He's got to get to see his family. This is the only time he has, though. We need to do some serious catching up. So we'll be back soon, guys. Okay, I'm just being ridiculous. So I just finished meeting with my friend. We didn't actually do any recording, no pictures, no nothing. Just kind of spent the time together, enjoying each other's company, catching up. For those of you who know of whom I'm speaking of, he's doing really well. Really, really, really well. For those of you who do not know who I'm speaking of, I have a friend who's doing really, really, really well. That's all we really need to know. Now I'm going to touch base, find out where my friends are. There is a storm that seems to want to be blowing in. You can see the wind picking up if you look up in the trees. There's wind. I have dinner reservations, which actually I have to go and confirm right now. And once I confirm those for dinner tonight, then we are good to go for a big fire this evening. And we'll see where we go from there. So we actually spent almost a full hour chatting and catching up. That was really good. Maybe 45 minutes. And considering he probably should have already left, the fact that he stayed and talked for as long as he did, pretty damn amazing. It's nice to have friends who have been with you that long in your life that kind of, you touch base and it may have been a year, but you can pick up where you left off. That's the special friendship. So, we've got dinner at Big Fire. We're staying here until close. We're going to try to do the firework, not the fireworks, but the lights over on the projections on the castle. I do need to get them on the train at least one direction so that we have some options to do that back and forth. I am not sure how long that's going to take. Right now the train this way is 75 minutes, which is long. I'm hoping that if we wait till 6 when some people do dinner, we might be able to get something in before we head out to Big Fire. Even if we are able to take it one way, like a half an hour drop in time would be worth it to save the walking, etc. Oh, but before I forget, if you have enjoyed this video, if you're learning stuff or you're having fun, please remember to like this video, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell icon there on the bottom. I think it's on this side over here. I'm slowly trying to grow the channel, and all of you guys have been amazing for me, so whatever you can do, I really appreciate it. So it turns out that while I walked all the way back to Diagon Alley to find them, they had wandered all the way over back to Krusty Land, so I probably walked by them on my way there. I am now heading back toward Men in Black, and we're going to jump on Men in Black. I'm meeting them there. We'll throw our stuff in a locker, which means you can't come along. And I'll see if I can give them any of the tricks I've learned about how to do the ride. But we're going to enjoy it. It's starting to cool out in terms of crowd a little bit, but it gets really crazy over at the Simpsons area, I was noticing. And my friend mentioned that as well, that it tends to be kind of nutsy cuckoo on that side. We have just finished Men in Black. I hit the red button, so I got 152,000. Glenn mentioned that he got over 100,000. He doesn't know what his score was, but someone else in his little cart of 6 got 400 and something thousand. We are now headed over to Shrek 4D. It is the only ride that is like under 30 minutes long for a wait because it's nutsy cuckoo. Anyone need a ride in a DeLorean or on a train? We're in line. We are doing single rider for the Transformers. We are... We've done a lot today. We have dinner at 7 already, and it's only 5:46, and I've walked 7.5 miles. That's including an hour sit down with a friend and like a half an hour nap. Welcome to Universal. We are now in City Walk, walking out of the restaurant, the park after having done the Transformers ride, and we are now going to Big Fire for dinner. It's a newer restaurant, just opened this year, so this is my first time going there and seeing what it's like. Their first time going there because they've never been around at all, and get some more yummy food and see where it takes us.
Oh, and a rosemary salted duck. Yeah. When they start adding herbs to cocktails.
So we are sitting for dinner at Woodfire, and as you can see, they have put us right by, sorry, Big Fire, right by the Big Fire. It is kitschy in an elegant way. Does that sound good?
It's upscale lumberjack.
Also,
it's hysterical. There's plaid everywhere.
I will. I'll do a room pan on a little bit.
You might even say it's a wall full of oars, man. A wall full of dirty oars.
True. Why did you spurn me? We're gonna have an amazing dinner. I have ordered this steak and a root beer Manhattan that has a root beer infused bourbon with pineapple. And Darcy is talking about...
I just want to tell you that, remember what I was saying about upscale lumberjack? One of the drinks has beef jerky in it.
Yes, I saw that one.
I mean, come on.
Well, now at Cowfish they had something with bacon. It was like a Manhattan with a piece of bacon in it.
I've heard of bacon with beef jerky. Like, seriously, it's hilarious.
It is pretty fabulous. So while we're here, let me set this up here. Thoughts about the day so far? I keep getting this.
Amazing. That's what I have to say about it.
Okay, what was your favorite part?
I think the Harry Potter ride.
So that would be the Forbidden Journey, the castle ride.
Yes,
Okay.
it was awesome.
Very cool. Favorite part so far?
I don't know. I mean, that one was pretty amazing, but I also really, you know what? I loved the rock and roller coaster because I never, ever, ever have to do that ride again.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because that nearly gave me heart failure, and I didn't know if I was going to be able to walk afterwards. That is a hell of a roller coaster.
You, sir? Favorite part?
I like the Harry Potter ride. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. But a lot of the 3D stuff, the immersion is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say 3D is way better than I remember.
Yes.
Oh yeah, the improvements have been exceptional.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very
It
cool.
even works with your glasses.
Oh yeah, you don't have the weird kind of...
Yeah, the glasses
Now-
actually worked.
Now what I will say is when you start looking at some of the old Disney, like if we end up going to the Muppets 3D, you will see the age in that 3D versus what we're doing now.
Sure.
Because that's from 15 years ago, 20 years ago. I mean, it's been around a long time. So unfortunately, that means that things do not look as amazing. She has now got, we have the 11-year-old now giving me the guidance on making sure that my face looks right. Does it look right? Good, my face looks right. I have the approval. How tired are we? How painful are we? How exhausted are we? Yeah, sure, why not?
I'm really tired, but it is the kind of good tired that I have after having a hell of a good time.
We could keep going.
This is said by the person who was asleep at the table about 7 minutes ago, like head down on the table.
She took a
sleeping.
power nap.
She power napped.
Oh, you're,
she has survived.
You're very dark.
We've gone strong. We've gone powerful. And you, sir, how are you feeling?
I'm exhausted.
You were dancing earlier this morning.
I don't think I could do that now.
Okay. Okay.
He wasn't pacing himself.
That is true. He danced too early in the morning.
He did.
So this is the Brussels sprouts. I'll go take a photograph too in a moment. And we're going to enjoy this and we'll talk to you.
Hi. So Michele told me to feel free to add any commentary while she's visiting the little tourist room. So I'm just going to tell you that the music choices in this restaurant are really, really amusing. Like they played Well, the one I remember the most, I mean, they played Allman Brothers, and they also played, they played Neil Diamond's Sweet Caroline, and hand to God, bunches of people in the restaurant went, you know, Sweet Caroline, bom, bom, bom. And the other thing they did was, good times never felt so good. So good, so good, so good. So yeah, it's been amusing. And now they're playing Phil Collins, and they just played The Police. So I'm a little confused by that. But anyway, great meal.
Hey guys, isn't this pretty? This is Islands of Adventure at night with Christmas lights. And they've got all kinds of wreaths and pretty lights, and I'm sorry I'm jangly. Let me see if I can do it that way. Maybe that's better. This is what's going on now. We have finished dinner at Big Fire. Everyone's impressions of Big Fire, thoughts? Honest,
I liked it, but there was only one thing, which is
There was what?
we kind of had to wait for like a few minutes.
For stuff. Yeah, service was not perfect.
Yeah, okay. That's all I really have to say. It's a really good restaurant, and if you come here, I recommend it.
Sounds good. How about you, Mr. Glenn?
Oh, it was excellent. Great food.
You got the beef bourguignon, and Miss Darcy is evaporated. She's taking pictures. Sometimes you just need to capture the moment. Thoughts about tonight's dinner?
Oh, it was really, really good. I mean, it was delicious.
Excellent.
Everything was great, right?
Yeah, I liked it. I will say my steak was a little bit dry. I ended up having to get steak sauce. So while it was technically cooked well, it was not my favorite. But again, gluten-free, I always have limitations on what I can get and what I will be able to eat, etc. So I'm not the perfect judge for that stuff. We're gonna go and see if we can do single rider at Spider-Man. Then we're gonna go over and watch the projections at Harry Potter's castle. And then see if we can take the train across the way. And when we take the train, we will then go back to Hard Rock and go back to our timeshare and officially check in. I've already been told the room is ready, so it'll just be time to relax. Guess what? At night, this doesn't look any better. No desire to ride this. None whatsoever. A big, fat, hairy no. Never. Not on your life. No, nay, never, no more. Will I ride the Wild Hulk ride? No, never, no more. It's so much fun. It's so pretty at night. I'm going to show you the pretty, okay? Let's look at the pretty. Lots of lights. Pretty colors, all the artwork, with the guy who signed them all. So we're gonna try doing this for single rider. So let's see how it goes. So change of plans again. Hey, that's the name of my thing. We're gonna walk back, we're gonna go see the projections of Harry Potter. Who knows, maybe even if there's a short Seuss line, we'll do a Seuss ride, why not? And then we're gonna take the train back across and head home-ish. Oh good, they got rid of the trees I did not like last year. They don't have the trees I did like, but they got rid of the ones I don't like. So we're all decorated for the holidays. Do you want the pretty walk or you want the quick walk?
What's the pretty walk?
The pretty walk is with this way all the lights, that's the quick walk behind the scenes.
Let's do the pretty walk.
We're gonna do the pretty walk then. Let's go see all the lights. So you see how those fish are spitting? During the ride, it will give you directions. If you do not listen to the directions, those things will spit at you. That's my hand. Hi.
Ghosts.
We are ghosts. Ghosts. We actually have front, so only random people walking out of the ride are going to walk by us, which is kind of amazing. And we got our shortest person up against the rail, so they get a really nice view too.
The rides are really intense.
Yep.
And they don't even have to be roller coasters. A lot of them are these 3D rides where they make it look like you're flying through the air, and it is really good. But seriously, we've done maybe 4 or 5 of these rides, and I am worn out because they are intense.
They are absolutely
We were going to try to go on the Spider-Man one, and they said they weren't doing single seating, which saves us time.
Right, and it was going to be an 80-minute wait. And
so we decided not to do it. And to be honest, I'm so tired. I'm like, I'm not really disappointed. I'm not.
We've gotten so many of the rides done tonight that it's not a problem.
It was a lot.
If anybody of you comes to Universal, I recommend the Hogwarts ride in the actual castle.
Yeah.
It is so good.
Is it called the Forbidden Journey?
Oh, it's starting. It's starting.
It is. All right, guys, we're going to be quiet now. Enjoy the show. Guys, so if that went well, we just put the fireworks in here. If it didn't come out well, we saw the fireworks. Quiet side. The ride is different for this train depending on the direction you go. So we're now going from Hogsmeade to Diagon Alley. When you go from Diagon Alley to Hogsmeade, you'll get a whole different experience. Here in the distance is the new Hagrid's ride, still at a 2-hour wait. It has been a 2-hour wait the entire day. I take that back. There was a 3-hour wait for a little while, but now it's just a 2-hour wait. Excited?
Yeah.
Very good. You excited? Are you excited?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I think that means we're all excited. Did you like it?
Yeah, it was a little loud.
It was loud, yeah. It is a little after midnight. We are in the timeshare. They're gone, all ready to sleep or chill out in their areas. And I am in my bedroom. Incredible day. Got on tons of great rides. Everyone had much fun. There was much rejoicing. As we are changing hotels multiple times for this trip, I have to kind of do some creative packing and repacking just to make sure I have everything where I'm going to need it. We will be at my timeshare for till the morning of the 31st, and that's when we're going to switch back to Disney. That way we all do New Year's Eve on property, get in a little extra time there, and able to take the Tragical Express back home. It was so much fun watching or going on the rides with these guys who'd never been on them before, never experienced any of this before. The sheer joy, and having someone who's not a adult, jaded drinking age person. So much fun, just the sheer joy and the shrieks and the responses to things. I pushed them really hard today. We were moving early, like 5:15, I think, is when I got up. And then they got up at 5:45. And everyone's pretty much settled in for the night. It's midnight now, though. So we basically changed hotel. Went from the hotel to the timeshare. Dropped the stuff off and then called a second Uber and went directly to the parks. Got some breakfast on the way in. I showed them a couple of my tricks of how to avoid the worst of the crowds. And the park opened at 8 and the park closed at 10 p.m. So what is that, 14 hours? We were there the whole time. Universal is really good about having little places for you to nap, just to kind of chill and relax. Disney has had fewer and fewer of those as time has progressed. I think they want to keep you moving, and if you're not going to be productive in one space, move you to a different space, whereas Universal isn't quite so visually big or as a footprint. So having the ability to keep you there so that maybe if you close your eyes for a half an hour, you'll be able to get up and do more and stay more, which is exactly what we did. I'm really, really proud of Lizzy. She was able to do single rider and was comfortable with it, which is, she's a kid, so it was kind of nice to make sure that it was something she was going to be able to do, and she did great at it. We have had the hot butter beer, which they really liked, the soda butter beer. They still have to do the frozen butter beer, which I'm hoping we'll do in 2 days. I'm hoping it'll be warm enough. And then they have the fudge butter beer and the potted butter beer that they can do, and then the butter beer ice cream. So the really cold ones are the ones coming up. It got pretty warm today. Probably mid to upper 70s. For us, given what weather we've been in up in Maryland, this has been toasty. We decided to do all the water rides. Well, this was the day I was planning to do them, but one of them forgot to bring sandals, and they didn't pack their ponchos. I had mine, which I have now thrown out because it had some tears in it. It was really not in good shape. I should have had another one. We went on the one, the Jurassic Park one. Got slightly wet, and they went, well, let's try the next one. I'm like, you're going to get wet. And they're like, okay. And we would the Dudley Do Right, because there were 5-minute waits for the water rides. And when there were 15, when there were 1 hour and 2 hour waits for the other rides, it's like, let's do them. So we did it. Okay, so the last time I rode the Dudley Do Right ride, it was 40 degrees, which is cold. So they weren't running all of the water things that they do. And I hadn't ridden it since that one day because, again, every ride is more intense. And I didn't know that when it's slightly warmer out, that there's a thick curtain of water that comes pouring down you right before the last hill. No, right before the middle hill, because there are a number of hills. So we saw the wall of water coming down at their heads. And I looked at them and went, I am so sorry. I did not remember this. And even with my poncho, I got drenched. Before I stood up, there was a puddle, about a cup's worth of water, so that I had to push the water out as I stood up so I would not get even more soaked. But there was a hole I found out in the back of my poncho. So yeah, I got water down my back. I got more. I was wet. They were drenched. They were wringing their clothes out. At that point, they were like, and as Lance will remember, this one was like, screw it, we're already wet. Let's just go. And we did the Pluto ride, and it was funny, and we got soaked again, even more soaked. My poncho really did not help a whole lot, and I was trying to like push some of the water out of the dual seat of mine, and I kept throwing it on the poor woman next to me. I'm like, I really am not trying. I'm just trying to get it gone, and it's going the wrong way. We ended up having to buy new shorts for Lizzie, because they were just soaked, just utterly soaked. Still have to do Hulk. They still have to do Gringotts. They loved Forbidden Journey. We did the train one direction from Hogsmeade to Diagon Alley. We went into Nocturne Alley. We did Men in Black, and I pushed the red button at the right time. I did not really get a good aim at the other team, but I did end up with 152,000 as my score. We had lunch at Cowfish, which was wonderful. We had dinner at Big Fire, which they loved. I liked the Brussels sprouts that we had. That was kind of fun. The steak I got was just, it was a thick steak, so it was still medium in the inside, but the outer edges got a little too well done. So it just got that dry, chewy kind of thing. And I had to ask for steak sauce. I shouldn't have to ask for steak sauce on a place that really focuses on steaks and stuff. Their mantra of the day became, so this ride, what is this about? Oh, so we're going to go visit Jurassic Park. And, it'll be a fun ride, unless something goes wrong. But nothing will ever go wrong. And then we get on the next ride, and it's, we're with the Transformers, and we're going to help them move the Allspark so that Megatron doesn't catch it. Unless something goes wrong. But nothing ever goes wrong. Which, of course, everything ever always goes wrong, because that's the whole point of the drama of whatever you're doing. So there was a lot of the, oh no, what could go wrong moments. We've taken, the Castle Walk, for people who didn't want to ride the ride, just to walk the line. That is now the Express Pass line. They moved Blue to a new location, the Raptor encounter, so that was fun. And the Raptor was much more aggressive and got much closer to you. So that was cool. But like middle of the day till close to the end of the day, every ride was like 100 minutes or more. There were some that were at 50 minutes. Shrek 4D stayed at 25 minutes all day, or for a good chunk of the day. We didn't get to that one because once we realized that we could do single rider, we knocked out still a bunch of those big rides that had really long lines. Found out that the Hagrid's ride cannot run when it's wet at all, even a little bit of rain, because of the hydraulic stops in the ride. So the really only chance will be on the 30th for our last day. We'll have to rope drop it and just suck it up and deal with the line. I was expecting it to be not so crowded, and like I said, 3-hour ride for Hagrid. Now, pretty much all the traffic went to Hagrid. and it was delayed, and they were still testing, and we weren't sure it was even going to be running, so that's why we hopped out of the line. And the more we got done, then the chance to get Hagrid's at the end would be good. The first hour, like Hulk was at 5 minutes, and Spider-Man was at 5 minutes and stuff. So my game plan for the next trip, although with rain, I don't know that Hulk, because they're expecting rain on the next day we're back at Universal. My goal is to get us in and get the Mummy and get Gringotts and get all of those other rides done, get the train going the other way, and then go back and do whatever we can do before the lines get bad over on the other side, and then just know that we're waiting for Hagrid's, as long as it's not raining. But it looks like there's rain on the second day, so our last day at Universal will probably be the day we go to Hagrid's. They had a great time. I'm so excited. They're hurting. I mean, it was a tough, long day.
Thank you for watching.
Out of the mouth of babes.
Yep.
Like, subscribe, hit the notification button so you can find out more about this trip, because there's going to be a whole lot more fun stuff happening. And, I don't have a tagline. Singing hey ho, a maiden's life, 1, 2, 3. Hey ho, a maiden's life, won't you drink with me?